Caribe Hard Cider. Moments made extraordinary.
From the cradle to the grave, NCCU, you don't want to be no slave. NCCU, you need a loan you want to save. NCCU, welcome and visitors today. Hey, with a commitment to quality. What? Therefore you and me was one big family, but now it's a community. True, making life easy. Yes, like ABC. Don't matter who you are, you can benefit when you bring your mortgage.
With rates as low as 5% and loans for all your needs.
Open an MRA.
Save for your golden years and take advantage of our savings products.
We will finance your business.
Checking accounts, small business loans, wire transfers, and so much more.
NCCU all the way. Wow!
Your community financial partner.
NCCU.
Hello, 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 hello. No, y'all must be sick of me, right? Like, tell me you're sick of me. Tell me you're sick of me. Like, I swear this is the third time I'm going live for the day. But it's okay. We're having fun. We're here to have fun. This is WATO Wednesday. WATO Wednesday. And I'm so excited to be joining you guys for another show. Yes, we got two chefs. You guys manger. What is it? Better belly buzz than good food west. We're going to have a good time. I am so excited to be hitting up St. Martin. When we come out St. Martin, we're hitting up St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And we're going to have a good time. Welcome. I see you. You're present. Yes, Claudia, I see you. Claudia says, I'm here. Let it be known. She has arrived. She's here. Welcome, Claudia. Thank you very much for joining us. Guys, make sure you share the live. As soon as you get on, share the live. This is WATO Wednesday. The last Wednesday, we had two exciting chefs, but we had a good time with the Jamaican chef and the chef from Barbados. Listen, and today we have two new chefs who are joining us here on the program, and I'm so excited to talk to them. I'm excited to hear about how they got started. I'm excited to hear what they're going to bring to WATO. Guys, for me, belmanche, mi bonmanche, nou ka manje ti tabet, boudin nou pete. That's right. We are going to eat until our bellies burst. Right? We are so excited to be back here on Jael Joseph Live. I'm your host, Jael Joseph, of course. And it is WATO Wednesday. Yes, WATO Wednesday. I got Kenila. Say I said it right? I said it right? Kenila. Yes, you put a thumbs up. Listen, this show is you know me and names there sometimes. Sometimes it's a hit and sometimes it's a miss. But I think I hit it. We got Kenila in the house. We will be talking to her. She's from St. Martin. And I'm so excited. I just want to remind you guys. You went to what? Ooh, she went to last year. It's a brilliant idea. It's a wonderful atmosphere. Claudia, I hope we're going to see you this year. I hope we're seeing you this year. If you haven't purchased your tickets, guys, I've dropped the link. Purchase your tickets. It's above. So once you get off the live, you can click on the link, get your tickets one time. If you're in Dominica, if you're local, you can always hit up any of the locations. Also linked above for you, and we expect to see you at WATO on the November the 2nd. It's going to be a blast. I am so excited. I'm pumped for this one-of-a-kind event that goes on in Dominica at Rosalie Bay. Valda, you ready? Valda, you want to come and interview her with me? Come, Valda Vini. Come and interview her with me, Valda. Valda already started asking questions. Where? Why all the Dominicans want to think that everything that come out, everything that is good must come out from Dominica? Huh? So the chef from St. Martin must have roots in Dominica, like for her to be a good chef. Like, I don't understand. I don't understand this. We're going to talk to the chef from St. Martin. We're going to bring her on, Vanna. You know, all love all the time. It's all love. A good laugh, you know. A little joke never hurt nobody, right? You can make a little joke, can have a little fun, right? It might be my cousin. Oh shit, Vala says she might be my cousin. We're gonna find out. OMG. All right, we getting ready. This is WATO Wednesday. I was so excited. I even forget. Let me tell you, I even forget to play my WATO ad. Like, I can forget that. Let me bring that.
WATO, Dominica's only outdoor cooking festival, is back on November 2nd, 2024. You coming in for the Creole season? Then come to WATO. This is something you have never experienced before. You know how we like to cook by the river or by the bay? Well, WATO celebrates that culture. All you have to do is buy your ticket. We give you all your ingredients, your pot, we cook, we lime. It's the biggest river lime of the independent season, put on by me, Chef Neander, at Rosalie Bay Resort. This year we are celebrating the one pot. After all, Dominica is the land of the bouillon. And I'm not even finished. This year we have 6 chefs coming in from all over the Caribbean, coming to cook with us, vibe with us, lime with us.
I tell you, it's a blast. It's going to be a blast. It's a one-of-a-kind event. And without further ado, let me just stop waste time. Let us bring in, we had some technical difficulties, guys, coming on. So sorry again, I forgot to apologize for the late start. I sometimes can be rude. I just have no behavior sometimes. I apologize, guys. Those of you who are waiting, I'm so sorry. I humbly apologize. We had some technical difficulties getting on, and the internet sometimes be interneting. So we have to roll on, and we're going to roll on. I want to big up my sponsors for making this possible, because without them, there probably be no show, because girlfriend gotta get paid, right? I want to say big up to my sponsor, Caribbean. Thank you very much. If you're drinking anything during the independent season, if you're drinking anything during WATO, make sure you have a Caribbean in your hand. All right, that is the way we're rolling. I also want to big up the National Cooperative Credit Union of Dominica. Let me tell you, the NCCU is my financial community partner. If you need to get a loan, check the NCCU. Christmas right around the corner, and everybody has been broke around Christmas time. So make sure you check your scene earlier clock so you can paint your house, make everything look a pink for the Christmas vacation and the Christmas holidays. And I also want to big up the Dominica National Lottery. They have the Blast Gaming Centers that are located in 13 locations across Dominica. And I want to shout them out because pretty soon they're going to be releasing a brand new game. And I hear Dominican's going to be ocean for that one, because you have a chance to win over $120,000 at that Blast gaming, that new game that they're going to be launching. So just wanted to throw that out there, let you guys know. And I also want to say thank you very much to the sponsors. Without them, we ain't got no show, because I tell you already, mama festa point encore. Let's go point. Say pas charity encore. Let's go point. All right, we getting ready for Kenila. I want to say a special good day. St. Martin with love. My sister lives in St. Martin. So, I have a special place in my heart for St. Martin. Hello.
Hi. Good night, everyone.
How are you? Welcome to the show.
Thank you. I want to say a special good night to the lady that asked if I have roots in Dominica. Tell her I'll take it, we.
Do you have roots in Dominica?
I do not, but I'll take it. If you're giving it to me, I'll take it.
She wants a piece of land. Give her a piece of land one time. Give her the passport one time.
Yes.
I love it. I love that you said
I love Dominica. I love the place. I love the food. I love the culture. So yes, I'm definitely, if you're giving me peace, I'll take it.
Anything. What do you say? Give it to me, I'll take it. Anything you give it to me, I'll take it. What Estebantan say? If you give it to me, I'll take it. Yes, we're taking it. I love it. Welcome to the show, my dear.
Thank you for your beautiful energy. I'm happy to be here. So excited.
Oh my! Have you been to Dominica before?
I have. I've been to Dominica twice last year. I was actually supposed to be at WATO last year, but because
I remember, like we were waiting for you, my girl.
Exactly. I was the only one that was left out. I mean,
the hurricane did not let you. The hurricane. Yeah. I think there was a storm coming. I remember Guadeloupe, the power went out. Exactly. There was a lot of stuff going on.
Guadeloupe. Yes.
OMG. But you know what? It always comes back around. Look at that. Look at your.
This year, like the old people say, no matter what church keep, I'll be there.
I love it. I am so excited. We're excited to see you. We're excited to interact with you. We're excited to hear about your story here tonight. So we're gonna be talking a little bit about you to find out, you know, about your journey, your cooking journey, your chef story. Um,
Yes.
so first of all, tell us your name and tell us where you're from and tell us a little bit about how you got into cooking.
Okay. So my name is Kenila Hyman. I'm from St. Martin, the island of St. Martin in the Caribbean, obviously.
Mhm.
So we are French and Dutch. I am from the French side, but obviously we have, family. It's one island, is one people. So I have French rights and I speak French. I studied in French. I went, I learned French from I think I was 3 years old.
Mhm.
And day to day, I speak French because I live on this part of the island. But when you think of St. Martin, it's really, you know, you have that specialty of having French and Dutch.
Mhm.
And it's, yeah, that's
No, you don't
very,
get confused.
very
You don't
unique.
get confused.
No, no. I
'Cause
mean, I've been bilingual since I was a kid, so it's normal for me.
Wow, that's awesome. I mean, I've been to St. Martin loads of times since I was a teenager. My sister lives in St. Martin. She's a nurse there, and she's on the Dutch side. So I
Yes.
used to come and visit her when I was a teenager, and I used to love being in St. Martin. As a matter of fact, majority of my piercings is where I got them in St. Martin. My rebel days. That was the days when listen. I would come up to St.
Sweet
Martin
life.
and say, "I want another piercing," and she said, "Daddy will kill you," and I'm like. We'll just say it's me and you that did it together. I absolutely love St. Martin. So thank you very much for coming on and talking to us and sharing a little bit with us. When did you really know that you wanted to be a chef? When
That's
did
such a good question. So I left for school when I was, I think, 15 years old. So I went to France. I lived in France for about 7 years. So I did what you call high school, I believe, for
that?
you, and then college.
Mhm.
And I studied business management. And at that time, so like let's say in my twin when I was 18, between 18 and 20, I was like, I'll just study business because I always knew I wanted to be a boss girl and like, get my
Hey,
own
hey.
that part I always knew that I had the I was driven and I wanted to get things done on my own. So
Mhm.
I chose to study business. But then I came back, I think in 2019 or so. And my dad, he is a chef for over 30 years and he has a lot of experience and he's also very renowned on St. Martin and very appreciated. So I was like, why don't we go into catering? Because he had restaurants before, and then when I came back, he was working at a specific restaurant. So I was, encouraging him and telling him, let's get into the catering business because I'm very intrigued by that. So that's how I
You
became a
want to get
chef.
your money?
That's how I became a chef. To be honest, it was all the inspiration. All Most of the inspiration came from my father
Oh,
because, like I say, he's been in the industry. He's a passionate chef. I mean, when I tell you he loves to feed people for spite,
wow, wow.
like my mom, she always says that she like her purpose was just to eat his food because that's all he loves to do. Feed. And because obviously the family closest people, they
Mhm.
always get spoiled. So
Wow,
that's where the inspiration came. Then we built a business which is Heritage Kitchen.
mhm.
And it's such a fun fact because so
Where did
all
it,
our
where did the name come from? Where did the name Heritage?
all of our initials, so my father, my mom, I have a twin sister and my brother, and all of us, our name is AHK, so our initials is HK.
Mhm.
So that's like a fun thing for us. So I was like, we got to find something with HK to represent this brand. And then we found Heritage Kitchen and it fits so perfectly because of the meaning, obviously. So our main focus is like highlighting and appreciating our culture through the culinary arts. So it
Mhm.
was just so perfect. So
Wow.
that's where Heritage Kitchen was born.
That is fantastic. That's a really nice story. I really enjoy hearing about this, and I really love the fact that everybody became part of it. Like it really is, in fact, your family's legacy,
It
right?
is. It
So
is in
that
so
is
many ways.
really wonderful. You've also I learned that you have been ambassador for St. Martin's Festival de la Gastronomie. Uh,
Yes.
how does the festival influence the local culinary culture, and what impact has it had on in terms of your approach to food? First of all, how did you get involved in that?
So I've been involved. So the Festival de la Gastronomie is something that is organized by the Tourism Office,
Hmm.
Tourism Bureau. And I had an opportunity to work with them before they even created this event. I went to Essence in New Orleans with them. And I think it was 2 years ago. Yes, girl.
Real boss lady vibes.
Yes, yes, that was like one of the first big opportunity that I had, and this happened when like I was 1 year and a half in business. So like I was a young chef, I was a young business owner. It was just a crazy, amazing opportunity
How did
for
that
that
happen? How
stage.
did that happen? Like, because I mean, did Essence find you? Did you find
So
them?
it was through the tourism office of St. Martin.
Okay.
They had, contact that was inviting them to Essence, and then they were looking for local chefs, young chefs that could really bring a traditional dish. Because in St. Martin, we'll maybe talk about that a little bit later, but we have so many nationalities here that the fusion is rich. But
Mm.
the goal with going to Essence, especially for the first time, is really like let's go with the basics. So they really
You said basics. I'm really interested now, like because you mentioned the one of the things you mentioned is that obviously because Saint Martin have like every culture that you can think about. Like often
definitely.
it's very hard to identify what the culture is. I mean, when we hear about Dominica, we think about Kalalu, we think about
Oh, yeah.
exactly. But when I think of Saint Martin, I can't come up with a dish. What
Yeah.
exactly is your dish? Like, what would be your traditional dish in Saint Martin? What do you consider your traditional dish?
So we have different things. We have definitely the lokre, which is what you call pilau, believe. The
Oh.
rice mixed with mostly chicken we do, but you can do it with saltfish, smoked herring, whatever you want. But we're
Mhm.
also very big on fish. Like on Saturday mornings, back in the days, I want to say. But like traditionally, families would cook boiled fish and cornmeal, or maybe fried fish and cornmeal. So a meal, I mean dishes with fish was also very huge. And then
Okay.
we love dumpling. So I know some people in the Caribbean call dumpling bakes and bake, but I'm talking about the dumpling that you boil and
Your
you put in the soup.
dumpling. And so that's something I always ask. Your dumpling making clicks? Like when you bite it, you have to make clicks. Like the dumpling, if the dumpling not making clicks, it's not a dumpling, it's a dump without the plane.
Definitely.
The dumpling has to make clicks.
Definitely, definitely. And I love my dumpling with a little cornmeal. Oh, yes,
Mm,
definitely.
mm.
So the dish that I actually take
Yes.
to Essence was a,
Yes.
a few. Well, I can't call it a fusion. It's more like a revisited dish of boiled fish and dumpling.
Mm-hmm.
So I made a dumpling and I stuffed it with the fish, and then I boiled it in a broth. So it was kind of like the Chinese how
Interesting.
you would have that, but
Like
it
a
was not
wonton soup, like
so
almost like a wonton soup, but a
ex-
broth.
exactly, but not with a wonton wrapper.
No,
It
no,
was
wonton is
made
boring.
with cornmeal and just the way we do it. And it was really a success. It was great. That was such an amazing experience. I got to share it with another chef as well, who is very renowned in St. Martin, Chef Kareem Brooks. He's
Mhm.
he's a private chef, and I'm sure if you go like on social media, you've
You
probably
find
seen his page already. Like it was such an amazing experience, and like I said, to be able to experience that in the stage of my career that I was in, like
Mhm.
baby stage, that it just like it just shoot my business up all the way. And so now with the Festival de la Gastronomie, because I was already in that how to say, in that
in that
space of
space.
being a
Yes.
representative for the
Mhm.
tourism bureau. So the first edition, I did a lot of things with them. We had cooking classes. I was able to do that. We had invited chefs. It was a lot, a lot, a lot. It's actually such an amazing period. It happens right after you guys' festival as well. So it's
Wow.
November 11th to November 22nd. And our St. Martin's Day is November 11th. So that's
Oh,
the
wow.
kickoff.
Mhm.
And we have great things like we have a barbecue competition, which we also take part in. And it gives like New Orleans vibe. When you think about New Orleans, you think about street food, you think about that that big street where everybody's
You have
outside.
lanterns and stuff. You put up lanterns and ooh.
Yes, exactly. It's
Okay, that
really,
sounds like fun. So that
yeah,
happens
that's
on the
it.
French side of St. Martin. That's normally.
Yes, it
Mm,
does. It does.
okay.
I mean,
So,
obviously everybody's invited, but it's
mm,
the French Tourism Bureau. So yes, we do it on the French side.
oh, that's fantastic. That sounds wonderful. And congratulations again to you for ending
Thank
up
you.
at the Essence Festival. I mean, that is a coveted place to end up.
It
Um,
is.
so I'm sure you obviously, like you said, it definitely elevated your business. Now, as a business owner, what unique challenges do you face running a culinary brand, and how has your business background helped you to overcome that? Because things can fluctuate so much, and you went from having a degree, studying business, and now having a business in a food business. How exactly do you overcome any challenges utilizing your unique techniques that you have?
Yes. First of all, I always I am very much surrounded by a great team.
Mm,
So I yes, the load is on my shoulders, but I do not hesitate to reach out to professionals if it's consultant, even if it's like business wise, but also like culinary wise.
mm,
Like I say, those type of events that I get to be a part of expose me to so many different exchanges with different chefs from around the world and then also from the Caribbean. So
mhm,
that's like I'm very big on reaching out to people and collaborating with people and feeding from their experiences as well. Because I mean, like I say, I'm very young in age, but also in experience, professional experience. I'm
mhm.
very young. So I always like to feed off of different people and collaborate with people. And then I'm so grateful I did choose to do business because I think if I had only did culinary first, I mean, probably would have been a super expert and like maybe
A
I don't know,
bougie bougie chef.
yeah, like a bougie chef, but
Mhm.
I now because I did it after, so I still did my culinary how you say school
Mhm.
degree. I still went to get a degree, but that experience of business management is what is keeping me alive.
I believe you. I believe you.
You have to know how to differentiate yourself
Mhm.
from the market. And like I told you, in St. Martin, we have so many different types of cuisine, types of people, types of businesses. In St. Martin, you can get catering, you get private chef. There's a ton of restaurants,
Mhm.
different types of restaurants from, we call it the Lolos, which is our street food restaurants.
Mhm.
So you have from those, you have middle class, you have so many beach restaurants, and you have also very high quality French cuisine represented on the island. So I think if I didn't have that business background and know how to sit down and envision where I want to go and put it on black and white, I don't think I would be where I am today.
Wow. Wow. Somebody's asking you, where is your restaurant located? Where exactly is it located? Somebody
I'm
wants.
in French Quarter, but it's not a restaurant. We offer different services, but we don't offer like, a sit down type style. So we do catering, we do private chef, we do meal prep, and we also do cooking classes, to name
Mm,
a few. The main.
that's fantastic. What would you say is your favorite part of this variety that you just expressed? Like, and how do you stay creative across all the different culinary settings?
That's such a great question. I feel like I have favorites according to the seasons.
Mhm.
Like right now, from now, so October until the end of December, I love, absolutely enjoy catering because it's so we have the festival that I got to
Good.
eat,
Mhm.
but Thanksgiving, then you have Christmas.
Mhm.
I get to express myself most, I feel, in this season because people want, they want the traditional things that they have every year. Like, for example, Christmas ham. They want Christmas ham, but I would propose to them a different glaze, for example, with guava berry or pineapple or something. That's that extra sauce that you're going to put on it is going to be like, yeah, this is just elevating it all the way to a next level. So I
Mhm.
really do enjoy catering in this season of the year. And I also like to do private chef because I also get to meet people and just talk about St. Martin and get to vibe with people. I really, really, in the past 2 years, I got to meet some really nice people. And even though it's like sharp connections, um, I don't know, it's deep. I just feel blessed when I get to meet certain people and just exchange and bless them as well with my hand, with my food. It's amazing. I love it.
Wow. Okay, so you're coming to Dominica on November the 2nd.
I
What are
am.
you bringing to WATO? What exactly are you going to be doing for us?
Well, I definitely want to bring our conch and dumpling.
I
The,
want to
con-
taste that. Let me
the
tell you.
dumpling, do the
I
thing
want
again.
conch and dumpling. Conch and dumpling.
Yes, because we're also big on seafood. My father is a pescatarian for I don't know even before I was born actually. So I'm also coming with my dad. I didn't mention this. I am coming with my dad. Obviously, he is the inspiration, the motivation, the backbone. He's
Mhm.
really. I'm so grateful that he's still a part of the team, and like I say, I pretty sure I would have never started in this industry if it wasn't for him, if it wasn't for, his blessings, his guidance. So I definitely cannot do without sharing this experience with him. So I will be with him. We'll be cooking some a nice pot of conch and dumpling. Hopefully we get our hands on some fish to,
Just
either
make
grill,
sure the
fry.
dumpling making clicks. Make
Yes,
sure
don't
the
worry.
dumpling, let me tell you, if the dumpling are making clicks, you and me going to be in problem.
We don't have no problem. We won't have any problems.
What are you looking forward to doing in Dominica when you get there? What are some of the things?
I mean, I love Dominica so much. I honestly, sometimes I wish I can just teleport myself, but I
Really?
really would like to go because it's gonna be a short stay. But I really like to get some soaks in the river, definitely.
Well, you're right next door river, so you can jump right in, like right next door.
Exactly. And I know it's also gonna be the independence
Yes.
season, sorry. I would love to be able to, go to any parade that you would have or
The
just
day after is the independence is the actual official Independence Day of Dominica. The next day. When are you arriving? Are you arriving earlier or later? Like more into the week,
mid of the week.
mid
So
of the
let's
week.
say
So you
Wednesday.
will definitely be missing Korea Music Festival.
I know, but I did it last year, so
Okay, okay then. All right then. So
but I'll
you
be back. I'll be back.
you will definitely be back. And we are so excited. We cannot wait to see what you have in store. We can't wait to meet your dad. We can't wait to engage with you. I want to see I want to taste your concan dumpling. Let me tell you, somebody saying concan dumpling, they're repeating it. Why are they repeating it for? It's concan dumpling. Oh God, oh. I don't know if they want me to say conch, but it's Kong. Kong. We call it
Lambi,
Kong.
lambi.
Lambi. Right, right. Lambi and dumpling. I am so excited for you to meet you in Dominica on November the 2nd. It's going to be a blast. I know Wato is going to be an enjoyable time. It's going to be just a good time, right?
Definitely. I'm so excited. I cannot wait.
Well, we can't wait to see you, Kenila, on November the 2nd. Is there anything you want to tell people? Anything you want to let the people following, the people viewing? Any final words you want to leave them with before we move on to our next chef?
I mean, just thank you for having me. I'm so, so excited to be in Dominica to share. I mean, even that experience of being, like the traditional ways of life, I would say. So cooking by the river and stuff like that. It's really part of our values as a family, also as a brand to commemorate and to keep those traditions alive. So I'm so grateful, so excited to be a part of this festival, of this celebration. I can't wait.
I'm trying to figure out for the longest while what your shirt's saying.
Yes, this. So I don't know if you can see it in reverse.
It's in
But this is
reverse. I'm just like,
This is actually a brand, a local brand, so Swaligan Slangs.
Mhm.
It says, "You just eat me out." So it's a brand that prints. They print like our local.
y'all know it's dirty in the place. This is a dirty Facebook page with dirty people. You see what she comes
But
like?
actually, it doesn't mean what you think it means. But the Swaligan Slang, their specialty is they print our slangs. You know. So, for example, there's one.
Say, you just eat me out.
What do you think it means?
You just eat me out.
That's something that we say.
It means exactly what it says.
It doesn't matter.
It means exactly what it says.
No. Let me clear the air. It's a slang. It means that, you know, like when as a kid, I used to say that all the time to my brother. You just eat me out, by.
Like you make me vex. Yeah.
Yeah, you make me vex. You annoy me. Like that's what it means.
Yeah, I knew that. I was just teasing with you. I was just teasing with you because it's so convenient. I mean, we're talking about food, okay? So we don't know Valdez behaving bad on the thing. My mind, Val, tell me, get my mind out of the gutter. My mind. How can I get something out of the gutter when it lives in the gutter? Like, you can't get it out of the gutter. It was a pleasure meeting you, and we're so excited to see
It
you.
was my pleasure.
And everyone is going to be excited to see you. I know a lot of folks are going to come out because we definitely want to taste that lambi and dumpling that's going to come down from SM. The one pot, right? One pot.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Have we been a big macro pot? So how big is the pot?
Big, very big.
Very, very big. Thank you again, Kenila. It was nice meeting you.
Yes, see you soon.
Alrighty, guys, we're getting ready for our next chef. Oh my God, it was so lovely to meet her. It's lovely to interact with her. I'm looking forward to see what she has in store for us on November the 2nd. Don't forget, if you've not purchased your tickets yet, you still got time. You still can do so. WATO is the place to be. It's going to be a blast. We're going to have a real good time sharing, enjoying, and eating food till our belly bursts. We're taking a short break. When we come back, we're going to be talking to our chef from St. Vincent and the Grenadines coming up right next. Stay tuned.
Caribe Hard Cider. Moments made extraordinary.
From the cradle to the grave, you don't have to be no slave. You need alone, you want to say. Welcome and visitors today. Hey, with a commitment to quality. What? Therefore you and me was one big family, but now it's a community. True. Making life easy. Yes. Like ABC. Don't matter who you are, you can benefit. When you bring your mortgage
with rates as low as 5% and loans for all your needs.
Open an MRA.
Save for your golden years and take advantage of our savings products.
We will finance your business.
Checking accounts, small business loans, wire transfers, and so much more.
NCCU all the way. Wow!
Your community financial partner.
NCCU.
WATO, Dominica's only outdoor cooking festival, is back on November 2nd, 2024. You coming in for the Creole season? Then come to WATO. This is something you have never experienced before. You know how we like to cook by the river or by the bay? Well, WATO celebrates that culture. All you have to do is buy your ticket. We give you all your ingredients, your pot, we cook, we lime. It's the biggest river lime of the independent season, put on by me, Chef Neander, at Rosalie Bay Resort. This year we are celebrating the one pot. After all, Dominica is the land of the bouillon. And I'm not even finished. This year we have 6 chefs coming in from all over the Caribbean, coming to cook with us, vibe with us, lime with us.
All right, guys, we're back. We're back. We're definitely back. And we're so excited because we're continuing the WATO conversation. It is WATO Wednesday. If you're just joining us, welcome to the show. If you're just joining us, you just missed out an exciting half hour, but you can always go back and watch it, because we're on YouTube, we're on LinkedIn, we're on Facebook. You can always go back and look. You can watch from the start. You can play it in your car. You can listen to it. You can just listen to the first half if you miss it. But we're getting ready for Chef Rawlston out of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and he's joining us. I see he's drinking. What you drinking? What you drinking? I'm not hearing you. I'm not hearing you. Why am I not hearing you? Your audio gone. Oh gosh. Chef Rawlston, what you do? Your audio gone. I'm not hearing you, Chef. I'm not hearing you, Chef Rawlston. Chef Rawlston, such a great talent chef. I was fortunate to be on the U.S. Embassy Caribbean Health and Wellness Program. Okay, Chef Rawlston, jump out and come back on. Are we crossing our fingers and toes? Right? Jump out and come back on. All right. So we got a message here, a comment coming up from Mema. Mema says, such a talented chef. I was fortunate to be on a U.S. Embassy Caribbean Health and Wellness Program with him. It would have been great to be in Dominica with him, but I wasn't as lucky. Enjoy my lovely country. Miranda is locked in. I see Gregory Senville is locked in. We got lots of folks coming in. Thank you very much, guys. Make sure you share the live when you come on. Make sure you share the live because we want people to know that what's going on. Like, don't be selfish. Share the love, spread it. Let us know. Let everybody else know what's going on. We want them to get in on the action. So make sure you hit that share button. My left hand scratching me. Does that mean I'm getting money? I hope so. I hope so. We're waiting for Chef Rawlston, who is coming in. We're going to be talking to him. He's from St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and we're excited to be joining him here on the program. I just want to remind you guys, this is WATO Wednesday, and if you've not purchased your tickets, you can do so. It's on ticketpal.com. You can go and purchase your tickets to the event. It is the ultimate cooking experience. It's an outdoor cooking experience, not just any kind of experience. You get to pay. All you do is you pay your ticket and they do the rest. It's a great time to come if you're a family. So it's a family-friendly event. So you can bring your kids. Some of us have those children that do like to cook. Hey, you can bring them with you, and y'all can make it a family day. It's a great time to do for a girls trip. So some of you might have some BFFs and you might want to go do this together. It's a fantastic opportunity to do that together. Or you might be doing probably a date. You might go on a date, and that is a great way to know somebody, seeing them under pressure, seeing what they come up with. Hey, listen, to see if that can be your future husband or wife, If that person can't cook at WATO, why you want to continue? WATO means fire. So if they can't bring the fire, then they have to get left behind, right? So join the folks at WATO. It's at Rosalie Bay in Rosalie. Rosalie. And of course, you can check out the WATO event. Lots of different. This year's theme is the bouillon, so they're going to be putting down the bouillon in different forms. And as you just heard from our last chef, they're going to be doing a Kong and dumplings. I'm so interested to see how they put the Kong. And I wonder if they cook the Kong first. Well, I would think they would cook the Kong first because Kong is kind of tough, right? So they'll probably cook it and then, peti the dumbway, right? And then open the dumbway and put it in it and then cook it. Look at me, eh? Look at me that don't like to cook, even talking about how they're going to cook it. Let me tell you, I like food. All right. I like food. And in as much as I don't like to cook, I love to eat food. Right. And I am definitely looking forward to WATO on November the 2nd. We're waiting for the chef to come back on. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if he's having difficulties logging in. Let me just find out from him. Just finding out if he's okay. Let me get to the chat. Guys, let's see what's going on. I want 5 pots. You want 5 pots? Well, pay for your 5 pots. Am I going to be cooking at WATO? I'm going to be eating at Mema. Okay. Jael is going to be eating. You know how many chefs they have? 7 chefs. Why would I want to cook when there's 7 chef pot to eat from? 7, oui. Pas un, pas 2, pas 3. 7, oui. No, Jael shall not be cooking. Jael shan't be cooking. Jael will not be cooking. I will definitely be eating from everybody's pot. Because okay. Oh no. So he's having a little difficulty coming on. Let me just let him know. Let's just let him know that we're waiting. We're standing by. He's trying to log back in. We're having some issues with the audio. If you guys missed that, we're just waiting for him to come back on. And if it doesn't happen, then I really want it to happen though, because he was there, and I really think that I'm excited to hear what St. Vincent has to offer. You know, St. Vincent has so many dishes, like so many things come out of St. Vincent, and I'm just interested to know what is he going to be bringing to WATO on November the 2nd. So yes, Mima, I know, laugh out loud. I will definitely not be cooking. She says WATO seems to be such a great concept. It's going to be a hit this year, especially with the one pot. Yes, indeed. It's definitely going to be a hit. You know, my only fear is that I'm on a diet. So I need to tell my trainer to please, somebody make sure you tag the trainer. Tell her, please include the WATO menu. She's gonna tell me, Jael, just taste. That she's gonna tell me, just taste it, Jael. Don't eat the whole bowl. Oh my God! Just taste it. We're not tasting, we eating. Rawlston is back. Hi, Rawlston.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. Welcome back. We had some
Sorry
technical
about
difficulties, right?
that. What is this thing you're using? I've never used it.
Well,
Never seen
it's special.
it.
Special is very.
No, or maybe I am.
I think you're special. You see, I like to take the blame, but I like to
No,
take
no,
the
no.
blame,
It's me.
and
It's me.
it's all me, right? But my last chef had no problems logging on.
No one. I believe no one but me. I'm probably the one out of the five. Yeah, it's okay.
Quite possibly, but that's okay. You know what?
Yeah.
That's
I
life.
don't mind. I don't mind.
We roll with the punches. Except I could see you sweating though, but that's okay.
Not yet. Not yet. Soon.
Welcome to the show. It's nice to have you.
Yeah. Happy to be here.
Great. Let's talk a little bit about you. Tell me a little bit about growing up in St. Vincent and also in Brooklyn. How did
Yeah,
that?
I'm in Brooklyn now. So I think my story, well, actually, I know my story is similar to many of other people's whose parents like migrate to the States and leave you with a friend, and like they plan or like
You
a
were left
family
with a
member.
friend?
Yeah, my mom left me when I was 3 to meet my dad in Brooklyn, and she thought that it would take a few months, but it took 7 years. So I ended up staying with her best friend for 7 years, which were the best years of my life. Yeah. So it wasn't easy, but it was pretty.
Why was it the best years of your life? What made it?
I think it allowed me to come to, when I came to the States, it allowed me to be able to have a certain foundation where as soon as I got here, I lost my dad. So I lost my dad maybe 2.5 years later after I came here. So I
So
didn't really meet him and so forth. But then when I came here, like I lost my dad. But that foundation of like being independent and being able to cook and do everything to help my mom out was
your
very.
mom's friend taught you to cook.
Yes, but how she did it was I'm not sure if you're familiar, but she had something called rheumatoid arthritis and rheumatic fever. And
Uh,
so she was stuck in bed a lot. So I was often her arms and legs. So at
oh,
5, 6 years old, she's in bed, but she's yelling ingredients down to me. And the kitchen was downstairs. So yelling ingredients down to me, I would run, go get a cup of flour. I would run and go get it back and forth. And then I'll be making a meal and cooking and so forth. And also
that sounds
cooking,
like child labor.
yeah, it was great.
But I love
Cooking,
how it was the best times of your life.
yeah, cooking in the yard with your buddies where we pitch marbles, or we would play top or something. We also cooked, so we'll make like pull like bhaji, which you in Jamaica they call that callaloo.
Yes.
And you will cook that with some rice. I grew up vegetarian, so I didn't eat meat until I came to the States, really. Like
Was that because
officially,
that's how she
I
cooked?
was raised. I was raised Seventh Adventist, and
Oh,
so like there was this kind of adopted the whole no meat kind of health message kind of thing, right? So like coming to America, that was my dream. I got to eat some chicken, fried chicken. I
hey,
need to because like
you had to go to McDonald's.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Oh wow, that's awesome. I love that story. I mean,
Hmm.
you did say the story kind of sounds like everybody else's. Not really, because some people
Well, in reference to
their
someone,
parents, like probably
yeah,
like
in reference, yeah, piece of someone leave you with a grandparent or
not a
someone really
friend that puts your
a
child in
best
danger.
friend. But this lady is like an amazing woman. I couldn't imagine it being anyone else. And
I
she's
know, I
and
know.
yeah, yeah, and she's done that with other kids as well, where she's actually kind of like been the
Is she
caretaker.
still alive? Is she still
Oh yeah, she's
fine?
very much alive. So I visit her and I visit that house that I grew up in, which is an old house, like an old Creole looking house, which is just a throughout all those hurricanes, that house still stands and it's
Hey,
empty. Yeah, yeah,
hey.
yeah, very well built. But yeah, I visit her all the time when I'm home. Yeah.
So then you get to Brooklyn, New York, and
Hmm.
what happens? Did that change? Did your cooking style change? Did it evolve? Like what happened then? You know?
Yeah, I mean, so really and truly, when I came to New York, I still remember my mom literally making some fried chicken, and my dad used to go to the butcher,
Mm-hmm.
and he would take me to the butcher, and he would get these chuck steaks and stuff, and we'll make that on Sundays. And I remember Thanksgiving was a thing where he'll do the turkey and he would poke it with holes and he'd stuff it with garlic and all these other seasoning, green seasoning and stuff like that. Um, and then he would go and do that for all of his friends. And
Wow.
we go and literally help them season their turkeys as well. Because my dad was a cook, but he used to sail on an oil rig, and that was his job, cooking. So he kind of like picked up a lot of those little things, right?
Wow.
Um, and so uh, it just kind of like got me into a different perspective where I kind of like was cooking based on necessity, and also like my dad, he would like start something and then leave, and then I would have to be the one to finish it. So
That's
that
awesome.
yeah.
That's really awesome.
Mhm.
What inspired you to name your restaurant Food Sermon? Because I heard that it's called Food Sermon.
Yeah, the food sermon is really so for me, when I approach anything, I always try to make sure that I can defend it and the source of it is not really kind of just pulled out of the air. It's not just made up. There's some kind of like a foundation connected to it. And I think it's, you kind of like just sit in a quiet place and analyze, okay, what's your life? So I studied theology for several years. I studied to be a minister for a while.
You
And
did.
so I did, yes. And so
So
after I
you're
decided
a backslider.
yeah, that's kind of harsh word, but yeah,
It's
yeah,
okay.
yeah,
I'm with you on that.
yeah, yeah. But yeah, yeah.
I didn't mean to be harsh. I
No,
didn't
I'm
mean
joking. I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking. But yeah, so I studied theology for a while, and then um, after a while, I kind of looked down the road and try to imagine, can I really do this for a long time? Maybe
hmm
I can do it short term, but
hmm
long term, no. I would actually be I would be really what they call a hypocrite if I did that because I would be, like there are certain elements
you'd be backsliding. Just
yeah, I would literally be like drinking my rum, doing that kind of thing, and just like down the road embarrass my family or something. So I decided, hey, just let me not do that. I also had like this really crazy fear of speaking in public. And so like that, all those things kind of connected to that. I mean, I'm
wow.
not I'm not like really much afraid of that anymore, but I that was
So
the time.
so you named it Food Sermon
The
because
food sermon because okay, I would have been preaching the word and now I'm preaching food. I'm kind of like doing food. So it's like what is your message to the world and what is it it's really about the food, you know. So
What is your
yeah,
absolute favorite thing to cook?
I don't have one.
Really?
No, I don't. I
So,
could
okay,
I
so
could.
here it is. I'm coming to your house. What are you
Mhm.
making for me?
I am literally going to get you either. I would probably either roast a whole fish, or I would make some kind of um, a lamb, braised lamb, or something like that.
Why lamb?
Uh,
Like, because I'm
lamb.
always so like that question. Like I've asked a few because I have a few friends who are like
Mm,
chefs,
mm,
and I've asked them like, I'm coming to your house. What are you cooking for me? You know, like just to kind of
mm,
like see like why. So why do you decide that that's
mm.
what you want to do, either fish or lamb? Why didn't you think of chicken or ham, or why ham? Why lamb or fish?
I don't eat pork. Um, and two, well,
So you're
I
cooking
might
for
eat a
you, you're
little
not
piece.
cooking for me.
I might eat a little piece of bacon, but I'm not gonna eat like a whole lamb chop. It's kind of like it messes with my brain, kind of because I was
Okay,
raised not eating that, so it's like kind of like
right?
yeah. So but lamb for me, it's one of the things where people sometimes don't really show it a lot of love, you know, especially in islands. It kind of take for granted in some ways. We would cook it, but we more cook goat.
Mm,
Oh, that kind of thing. And also lamb in New York at my restaurant, it really took off. People came there for the lamb shank. The
really?
lamb shank was the jam there. And also, I do not cook with like butter or any type of butter or cream or anything like that.
There you go.
So usually all the food I make is basically vegan except the meats. And it just happened that way. It was really, I guess, an amalgamation of my upbringing of being a vegetarian and then cooking meat. And so I kind of like kept them in such a way, and it really it works. It's like a clean. It's I was told it's clean. It's like you don't feel heavy when you eat it, you know. But it's still a Caribbean inspired. I often say it's I cook Caribbean food, but it's like almost like not the traditional way because I don't have a grandmother that used to make that and taught me. I kind of the way I consumed food, especially Caribbean style food, was based on smell. So
Mm.
I can tell what my neighbor's going to have for. I can tell when they're making stew chicken. I can tell when the onions and garlic hit the oil. I can tell when the sugar is browning, that kind of thing.
You're just inquisitive, like a Caribbean person you are.
Yeah, yeah, I can smell it. I can smell it, and I can tell. And right, because remember, it was something. It was a desire of mine to consume it. I just wasn't allowed.
Wow,
Um, yeah.
that's
So
wonderful.
mhm.
I'm interested to know what are some of the bold flavor combinations that you've been experimenting with recently, in terms of how they probably resonate with your customer. I mean, you talk about lamb and lamb
Mhm.
being a hit, but what are you like currently like doing that will probably resonate with your customers?
So usually, what I do in regards to, I love using my imagination and try and connect what I've experienced here to back home. So like we cook there's things like we have like tomato pastes and those kind of things back home. I try to what do you kind of like connect that to here? And I quote something called gochujang. It's really like a Korean paste, like a bean paste, tomato paste kind of thing, fermented. And it's what you'll use if you put on I'm sure you've heard of kimchi.
Yes.
So it's what you rub on kimchi. So
Okay.
it's almost like a really sophisticated, layered flavor profile of like that tomato paste kind of thing.
Sounds
Uh,
delicious.
it's really good and it's spicy and it has depth of flavor and so forth. So I love that. And so of course, you know, we love spice in the island. So of course you will rock with that. And I like been roasting a lot of like Scotch bonnets and like connecting it with like tamarind and making like a tamarind barbecue sauce and those kind of things. So yeah.
That sounds. Oh, my mouth watering. Oh God. I heard that you have a Caribbean cookbook coming out.
Yeah, it's been a long journey for that. I signed a book deal several years ago
So you
with
take
a
that bit
company.
of money and you didn't deliver the book?
That sounds
That's about
about
it.
right. Yeah, Yeah, that's how we
I
do,
know when
right?
you say you had a book deal a couple years ago.
Yeah, yeah. So the thing about it is that I do have some liberty because it's about 28 countries,
Okay.
and it's about 400 recipes. So it's not.
Wow.
Yeah, it's more like a volume. It's like I wish I can reach. So there's a company called Fiden. Oh, I have books here, and they do these Caribbean. They do these things called cooking Bibles, and so it's like you have like Peruvian cuisine, something like this, right? And so it's
Mm-hmm.
like that thick. And so it's
Mm-hmm.
like you kind of like if someone came from outer space and wanted to cook Caribbean food, they will actually use the Caribbean Bible or the cooking Bible where you have all the traditional foods
Is there
there.
a
And so
Caribbean Bible for real? Like a
it's gonna be it's yeah, so this is the Caribbean this is the Peruvian Bible here, kind of thing. And then you'll have I'm doing the Caribbean version of that book. Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
So it's a
That is
lot of work.
just you, or are you collaborating with other
No,
chefs?
it's just me. It's just me.
It's just you. So
Yeah.
you essentially going to try out, or you're how exactly? Like I'm trying to get into your brain to figure
Mhm.
out how you're making this book a reality. Like what are the expectations of the book, or what can somebody find when they
You can
open Caribbean Bible?
so if you go into the book, you can still find like you can find if someone wants to make like stew chicken or they want to make oil down or they want to do um frog
Kalalu.
legs or callaloo or something. Do you I know in St. Vincent we used to do a lot of frog legs or cook a lot
Yeah,
and
mountain
I
chicken.
know
We
I know
call
mountain
it
chicken.
mountain chicken.
Mountain chicken, right. And I know in
In Dominica, it's
Dominica, yeah,
it's
Dominica used to do it.
a national dish,
Yeah.
but because
It's going to be extinct almost, right? Yeah,
yes,
it's
we had,
endangered, right?
yeah,
Right. So, right.
yeah,
So all of that. So you can find that iguana. You can find a lot of stuff. Maniku. Yeah,
maniku, aguti. You
yeah,
make aguti too, aguti.
yeah.
Oh, so you can cook, man. Oh, it's a
Yeah.
maniku and aguti.
I'm very curious. So that's why I'm very inquisitive, as you said. So everything that I wasn't allowed to try when I was younger. If you ever went to like my Instagram, you'll see me. I'm always at the ocean when I'm home. I go fishing a lot because I always enjoyed the idea of pulling seine, waking up early in the morning and pulling in the nets and seeing what's there, like or waiting for the fishermen to come in with their boats and helping them push up, and then you get like a reward of like a couple fish. You go home and make
Yes,
something, which I
yes.
never was able to make. I'd always have to give my fish away or something because I didn't eat meat really. But now the idea of doing that, and it's always something unique, it's something different that's brought in.
Fun. That's
Yeah.
fantastic. I love it. So, what are you doing for us?
I don't really know. I still haven't decided. My brain is that way. It's kind of like
At the
crazy.
spur of the moment, what you
No, but I realized that it may have some of that, what I told you, the gochujang. It may have some coconut milk in it for sure. It's going to be spicy. It's probably be like fish based. It's going to be a unique way of making like a bouillon because I've never seen like either like a tomato based or anything like that done anywhere.
that
Have you
would
ever
be
seen that?
interesting. No.
Right. So it's
There's
like that.
there is a really good tomato soup I've had, and I cannot
Hmm.
remember where I had.
Right.
I think it was
So
might have been Thai.
right. So it's going to be along those lines because and people when they hear tomato, they're like, oh, tomato is going to be really whack or kind of
No,
like stuff.
tomato. Mm-mm-mm.
But this is going to be so that kind of vibe. This is what I'm going to do. Like a herby, tomatoey, smoky. The thing I always miss with my food here in the States is that I can never duplicate the smoky flavor that goes into it after you cook outside on those three stones or whatever. And that's what I chase for my whole existence as a chef, like
Just get
that.
just get free stones and put it
Yeah,
in the kitchen.
yeah. I actually have a cold pot here.
I'm
So
just,
yeah,
I'm just
yeah.
and that is fantastic. We're looking forward to seeing what is it going to be your first time coming to Dominica?
Yes. It was a place that was on my bucket list for
Yes.
sure.
Mhm.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
what are you looking forward to doing most besides of course
I
cooking?
want to connect with some local person who just does things like really what people take for granted. Like maybe they go to the mountainside and like they farm, or they cook peanuts, or they raise peanuts, or
You
they
so
do
when you coming?
something.
You coming for a month, man? A month you coming, Dominica?
I don't know, but I wanna. That's what I
You
want to
wanna do
do.
a retreat in the mountain?
I want to connect with somebody there locally. Maybe a local farmer, or someone who does local eggs or something like that. A
There's a
local
lot of
butcher. Right. So I love that.
guys
Yeah, I
is where
love.
there we strong. That is exactly where we're strong. There's a lot of that. Or you could just be like Michael Lee's and go in the forest for 40 days. I don't know if you've seen Uncivilized. He went in the forest for
Oh
40.
yeah, I oh that is on my list.
Yeah, and that's where the
So,
Hurricane
so
Maria took him. Was in
that's
that
on my
forest.
list to watch. That's on my
Yes,
list to watch.
you
Yeah.
gotta check it out.
Thank you for the reminder. I'll probably watch that tonight. Yeah.
Of course, it's on Amazon and on Apple as well, so you can
Yeah,
always,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
check that out. Shameless plug for Michael Lee's. Michael Lee's sometimes comes on here and he's commenting, in
Hmm.
my comments. And he was, his best friend, one of his best friends, was on the show on Monday, and he was in the comment section commenting
That's
like.
dope. That's dope. Yeah, 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 yeah.
So, I think somebody like him you could connect with, or you could actually connect with somebody who actually does it. There are quite a few people who live off the grid in Dominica.
Yeah.
So that will not be a difficult thing to find.
That's what I would like to
The
see.
intent is some days for me to live off the grid as well. I just need to make sure I have really good internet. As long as I have really good internet, I have no care in the world.
Yeah, it's just like it connects you to everything. You can have everything. You can watch TV, you can do everything. Yeah.
Right? I can be off the grid as well. So we're excited. Well, Dominica is the land of not just the bouillon, because you're coming during that time for
Yeah.
WATO, but we have hot springs and
Mm,
lots of rivers. I don't know
mhm.
about St. Vincent, but I know Dominica have lots of hot springs and rivers,
We
and
have a lot of those.
and you can definitely do some therapeutic baths and all of those
Okay,
things.
cool. Yeah, yeah.
Dominica,
I mean,
check that out.
Dominic and St. Vincent are really like
Yeah.
very similar.
Dominica, St. Lucia, St. Vincent, St. Lucia, Grenada, the four Windward Islands, they're
Yeah.
fairly similar in terms of what
But St. Vincent and Dominica, they're like almost like twins.
brothers. They're brothers.
Yeah. Brothers, not twins, brothers. Yeah.
They're brothers. They're brothers
Yeah.
because we're sister to St. Lucia. We're sister to
Mhm.
St. Lucia, and especially because we have the Creole language in common.
Got it. Yeah, yeah,
We're
yeah, yeah.
we're sister. But it was a pleasure meeting you. I want to
Awesome.
leave the final floor to you. If you'd like to say anything to the viewers, the listeners, anything you'd like them to bring with them, anything you want them, why should they come and see you? Why should they come and check out your food, or what we expect to get? Give us a little.
Yeah, but well, sure. Sorry for cutting you off, but basically, what I do is basically like I do Caribbean inspired food. I would call it. It's like my own spin on things because I'm not handcuffed by tradition, and so like it gives me liberty to explore and do stuff. Sometimes it pisses people off, like why is he putting that in there? But it's gonna be delicious. It's gonna taste good. It's gonna may look a little different, but it's gonna remind you. The flavors are gonna remind you of what you're used to, right? So yeah, come and check out how I interpret traditional Caribbean food and how I based on my unique upbringing and the way I was raised. And so like, yeah, look forward to seeing everyone there and come up to say hello. Yeah.
We will look forward to seeing you in Dominica on November the 2nd.
Yeah.
I know it's going to be a blast. And safe journey getting to Dominica.
Yeah.
And we'll see you on November the 2nd.
Yes, thank you.
It was a
Thank
pleasure.
you so much.
We had so much hell's getting on, but it was great. I enjoyed.
Thank God we don't have to do it again tomorrow.
Well, that's it. It's a wrap.
Yeah, that's it. We're done.
Before
Yeah.
you leave, I want to ask you, where is your restaurant located? Because somebody messaged.
I don't have the restaurant anymore. I do more of a travel thing. I go different places and I kind of like do
So you like
pop-ups and things like that.
the chef,
Pardon?
an instant pop-up chef, an instant.
I do those things kind of, yeah. I do that. I do that from time to time. But I kind of like, but it's kind of like what's happening with my life. Like it just evolves and I just roll with it. It's like a serendipitous wave I just take on. It's like none of this that I've done, I've planned.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. It was nice meeting you, Rawlston, and we'll see you on
meeting
November 2nd. Have a good
Cheers.
one.
Cheers.
Bye-bye.
Okay, bye.
All right, guys. That's it. that's it. It's a wrap. It is definitely a wrap. It was so good to meet with both these chefs. I hope you guys had an awesome time, meeting with the two of them, Kenila and Rawlston. So Kenila out of St. Martin and Rawlston out of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And they're going to be at WATO on November the 2nd. Make sure you get your tickets and check them out at WATO. Yeah, that's it, guys, for tonight. That's it. It's Wednesday, right? So I won't be seeing you guys until when? I don't know. Just stay tuned, right? Follow, like, subscribe, and I'll just pop up at you anytime. You know how we do. You know how we do. We just pop up like a Pop-Tart every now and again. I just want to big up every single one of you. Matthew, I see you. Thank you for joining. For who came on the live, and those of you who come on later, those of you on YouTube, on LinkedIn, as well as Facebook, thank you very much for joining us. And I will be back. I'll be back with you tomorrow morning. For those of you who've been following the Climate Justice Series, that is the IOM Caribbean Climate Justice Series, Conversations on Migration. I want to encourage you to tune in tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time and check out the show. Good night. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.